That is not the sound. That's the sound I was looking for. Is that one?
This is not the droid you're looking for.
That one? Is this one?
Error 404, page not found.
Is it this? What is that? Is that it?
That's for me whenever I get out of pocket.
Is it this one?
No.
No.
That's also for me when I get out of pocket.
Is it this one? I'll find it. Is it this one? Welcome to the Nintopic Podcast, everyone. It's not a podcast if we don't have any mishaps, right? So welcome to Friday night. You are in the best place to end your weekend. The Nintopic Podcast here with all of the amazing crew. This is the first time we have an entire podcast invited to our podcast, right? We invited an entire podcast into our podcast. One of the most fun podcasts out there, the Drip and Geek podcast, have joined us today to celebrate Nintendo Switch 2 and everything we got to talk about tonight. So, I need to find that song. Where is it? Is that it? That's not it.
That's crickets.
It's crickets, Joyce.
Wait, am I in the Samus Aran spot, Mike?
What?
Am I in the Samus Aran spot?
You mean like the Metroid?
Yeah.
Are you saying there's crickets in the Metroid area at the Switch 2 thingy?
No, I want to, like, in your image that you had on X, am I in the Samus Aran spot? I think so.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you are.
Why am I not in the Zelda spot?
Wait, hold up, you're not?
Mm-mm.
Okay, now you are. There you go. There you go. All right, so thank you guys so much for coming here. That has been the podcast. Thank you for coming. I'll see you guys later. Bye. All right, so we are here live. It's Friday night, guys. It's post pre-order. All right, so at this time we have all pre-ordered here. But before we get into that, I want to introduce the All-Star cast tonight here on the podcast, starting with our special guest. Let's go with my neighbor over here, and this guy over here, Gabe. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and then right below Gabe is co-host Drip. What's up, man?
How you doing? Thanks for having me, man. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, man. Wait, hold on. This is not right. There you go. The Drip.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes, there you got it.
Now it goes with the name, the Drip and Geek Podcast, right? That's how
Yep.
it goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
All
He's
right.
always trying to get me to change it, but it flows better that way.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It's marketable.
Yeah.
And then we have Gale the Force Network. How you doing, Paul?
Pretty good. It's an exciting week, kind of. I mean, well, for me personally, I'm just 1 week closer to my summer vacation beginning.
Oh, nice.
Not fall. Spring semester is just about wrapped up. Played
Nice.
some Tetris 99 today. Getting ready for Nintendo Switch 2. I'm stoked for the weekend.
That is awesome. And then we have, like, if you guys, if you see this, like, watch. Her spirit, Zelda, and she's back. Zelda's mama, Joycey J. Going to shade. How you doing, Joycey?
I am doing great. How are you guys doing? For those who were here last week, you might have noticed my name has changed. If you were here last week, you understand why it's the name it is now.
I gotta go
For
ahead.
those, I told y'all before the podcast, we're not going to talk about it. Just that's just for the regulars who come in and hang out with us every week. They see the difference. For those wondering, tonight's sweet treat is from Panera Bread. Hashtag not an ad, but their sugar cookies with M&Ms are
Ooh.
the bomb.
Hold on,
Yes.
what? Sugar cookies with M&Ms.
Yes. And it's very tasty.
All right, guys, and that's the podcast. I think we have to go head over to where'd you get to Panera Bread?
Panera Bread, if you don't have a Panera Bread, but you have a St. Louis bread company, same company.
All right, okay.
Wow, are they? I had no idea. That's
Oh.
Same
crazy.
company. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
They think they name it something different and cute that it makes it different. No, it's the same
I mean,
stuff.
yeah, they fooled me. They had me fooled.
Is it like the bread I mean the sandwiches and like the soups and stuff. On both
But-
places.
Yeah, but the ingredients aren't as poisonous,
What?
That's good.
unlike certain other places, which we will not name for a risk of being sued.
And our last co-host is Josh N64. Josh, how are you doing, Josh? He's right there. Did you see him? He's carrying back money.
Yeah, Josh is holding us ransom. Somebody help us.
Yeah, I owe Josh some money. I can't really talk to him tonight. Sorry.
Yeah, I promise I'm gonna get that money on my house, man. Like, don't evict me. It's a
Hey,
tough
Josh.
economy.
Shout out to Josh. He is not here with us today. He is taking his wife out to dinner. That's if you're gonna be out of the podcast, it has to be family member, emergency, or something like that, or spend time with your loved ones. Just giving them some love and affection and all that stuff, right? And so
That's an
and so-
emergency as
Yeah,
far as
that's-
we're concerned.
That's important. That's important. So, Josh, I hope you're having a great time. We miss you over here. We'll see you next Friday here at the podcast. So, yeah. In the meantime, we have you in spirit form here. With the holding the bag of money. That you're on your way to buy your wife the steak dinner. So that's why you're holding the bag of Belson.
Ooh, what if she gets like steak and salmon?
Steak and salmon.
Steak and salmon.
Hibachi, cooking in front of you, like.
Surf and turf. Surf and turf. Yeah.
Ooh, surf and turf.
That's the way to
steak
go.
and lobster.
Oh yeah, that's the way to go right there.
Ooh, not bad. Lobster is very low in calories, so never feel guilty about dipping it in garlic butter.
No, I never feel guilty about dipping it in garlic butter.
Okay, good. Okay, just want to make sure.
I've been not dipping it for 2 weeks now with my Dragon Ball. Man,
Nice.
I can tell you look a lot thinner.
a lot thinner.
Are you supposed to be bulking up?
It's a process. I'm trying to lose and gain at the same time, and it's tough to do both at once.
I see, especially with the when you go up in age, it's not like your 30s, it's in your 40s. It's very different. You think it's not, but it is. I've been 40 for a while, and I look like Boo, a bigger version. And so
And we're gonna do it. We're doing it. You're gonna join me,
I'm
I-
down 4 pounds, Paul. Be proud of me.
man. You should join us too.
I
That's
didn't
awesome.
say nothing about no heavy working out. I walk. Now, will I walk everywhere? Absolutely. Will I walk 20 miles with no problem? Absolutely. But you want me to actually go running and do weights? That's work.
It's not for everyone. There's a different exercises. You gotta have fun with it.
it's fun.
We'll
It
do
is fun.
Pilates. Pilates I will do. We'll
Yeah.
do Pilates together. We're going to have the All Pilates podcast one of these days.
What about some Ring Fit Adventure?
Oh,
We'll do that too.
I got Ring Fit Adventure in a box still somewhere. I have not opened it. It's been one. I got it at launch, and I'm like, I'm gonna open it one day. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna work out, and it's still in the box. I guess I'll just wait for Switch 2.
Now, Jeeve was doing it for a while on stream, and every time he would stream it, I would just pull him up on my phone and set it beside my TV and do it with. I mean, I was on it for a
Yeah,
minute,
I
and then
have-
he quit, so I
yeah.
quit too.
No.
Don't out me.
Oh, your fault. Oh, your fault.
I'm going. I think it just hit me. Like just right now, it hit me. When Nintendo has Ring Fit Adventure 2, I think I'm going to carve out a significant section of my channel to be do Ring Fit Adventure 2 with me live with the camera, so I could be in the living room of yours on TV with you, talking, motivating, because that's what I do, and train, and bam, just hit me.
There you go, man. There you go. There you go. Content.
Content.
Well, I am drinking some coffee here with my Joy mug right here. Right, it's a new Joy mug inspired by Nintendo Switch 2. If you want to go pick yours up, you can find it at the Etsy store, Mike Odyssey. Of course, you can also find this guy here, crafted by yours truly,
Oh, that looks good.
and it comes with a little base and everything here with the flag and the guy there right there. I only made 4 because it took me a couple of months to make them. So you can find that. Oh, actually, I sold one yesterday at
She did.
at the podcast. Was it yesterday? It was the day before yesterday.
It was Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah, I keep saying yesterday because I feel like I skip a day. So yeah, so there's only 3 left. That's awesome. All right, so let's get into the topics for today. We're talking about Nintendo Switch 2, the pre-order mayhem. It was crazy. It was fun. We were here live streaming. I think it was like a 6-hour live stream we spent here with over. We had at one point 1,200 people on the live stream, and at least 800 were able to pre-order. So that's a victory. That's a good thing. That's like a good thing. So we had a lot of fun, and so I want to go over each and every one so you guys can talk about your experience pre-order. What was your plan to pre-order? What did you plan to pre-order, and what was the real? You know how you're like oh man, I have this. I'm gonna pre-order this and this and this and this and this and this, and then you get to pre-order comes over, and then you only got like this. It's the mug. That's it.
Yeah.
It's the mug.
But the mug
I
is
got
fat.
one amiibo. There's just one amiibo. So,
Good amiibo.
Amiibo prices are expensive.
yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
They are.
Amiibos. Are they made in China?
They have to be. The way they went up
Yeah.
like
From 15
what, $20 to like 30, 35 or something like that.
Crazy, yeah.
The jump is significant, especially for the Street Fighter ones that are $40 each now.
Yeah.
That's the price of a lower costing game. So
Can you share amiibos with that share feature on Nintendo Switch?
yeah.
Share amiibos.
Yes, the virtual amiibo cards.
Let's go ahead and start with Drip. This is the first time being on the podcast. I want to start with you. Give me your experience. What did you plan to pre-order? Right? What was your original plan? What actually happened? Right? And where did you have the best experience or the worst experience pre-ordering?
Well, I had honestly my plan the entire time was skip the midnight stuff. I wasn't even dealing with it. I was going in person on the 5th
Nice.
to GameStop. So I didn't mess with anything that night. I got up. I took my oldest daughter to school. She has to be there at like 7:40 or something like that. So I dropped her off, and I just went to the GameStop. I just sat there in my car. There was one other guy there, so I was like, all right. Obviously, we're here like 4.5 hours early, so
Yeah.
you know. So it was me and one guy for a while. I actually left and went over to the Walmart, bought a chair, so I'd have to sit on the ground. So I came back, sat in the chair. By the time people started rolling in, it was closer to like 11. There was a pretty good line, and then I just decided to check. I just pulled up my phone because that's when the Best Buy pre-orders started online.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the GameStop pre-orders. I was like, I just want to see what it's like. And of course, I tried to get on their site, and it was crashed.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm here. So I was second in line. They brought out some papers. They were like, just mark down what you want. I got the system with Mario Kart. I got the camera, and I got the Pro Controller, and that was the plan. So everything worked out great for me. It was super smooth. I had honestly 0 issues with pre-order, like whatsoever. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Because the thing is, you set a plan and you executed it.
Yeah.
You didn't wait for the last minute. You didn't kind of try to gamble at midnight. You just went for it. That's awesome. Awesome.
I
Awesome.
mean, the 4-hour wait kind of sucked, but other than that, it was fine.
That's
Went
cool.
pretty smooth.
Nice.
All right. Let's go with the uncle downstairs.
Oh,
my
that's
basement.
creepy. Oh, that's so creepy.
Welcome to my basement, kids. No. So my original plan was to go to GameStop as well. Drip and I had the same plan because I thought it was foolproof as long as you get there early. I unfortunately got sick the same night as the pre-order madness was going on. So we actually did our show that Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I went to bed immediately following the show and slept for 2 hours. And I woke up about 45 minutes before the pre-order started online. And I was like, you know what? I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get there tomorrow morning. So that was my original plan. So I'm like, I think I got to, pull a 180 here, and ended up, waiting in line with everybody else at midnight for pre-orders. And I decided that I'm only going to go to Best Buy. I decided I'm not going to deal with Walmart or Target. That I was going to go to Best Buy because I wanted to be able to pick the thing up midnight release, because I think Best Buy is doing that, or at least this morning of the next morning, either way. So that, and Best Buy was going to offer me that. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go there. And, you guys have probably heard the story 1,000 times now, how all the pre-orders worked as far as like who started when and who was late. Best Buy was late by like a half hour. And
Yeah.
I was in line for about 45 minutes after that half-hour delay.
Mhm.
And I actually had a really smooth experience other than waiting in that line for a half hour, half dead, of course, from like basically the flu is what I had.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, I'm really lucky and and excited that I was able to do that, because I'll tell you what, how I felt the next morning, hindsight, there was no way I was going to get to GameStop, like my original plan. So yeah, as far as what I got, I was only going for the priority was just to get the bundle. And I secured the bundle, and actually the next day, I did end up getting the camera, but then I actually decided, you know what, I don't even think I want the camera. Like, maybe if it's cool, I'll get it after the fact. But I ended up canceling the pre-order of the camera and picking up the Pro Controller one instead.
That's a good move.
Yeah, good call.
So and again, I'm checking my app every day, my Best Buy app every day, and no cancellations. So I'm pretty happy with how everything turned out.
That is awesome. And Paul can tell you, Pro Controller is insane. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Really good. So
I got to play it too. It's hard to explain what those sticks feel like. It's very hard to understand what's going on there, but it's worth it. Anybody who hasn't pre-ordered it, you need to. If you're even thinking about it, like, just do it. It's awesome.
Okay, so this is cool. I'm sorry. The only person who hasn't played it, right? The only person in the chat right now, because Joyce played it, I played it, Drip played it, and Paul played it.
No, Jeeby Weeby, no.
I'm the only one. It's fine. I'll hang out my basement alone.
We almost had a full podcast of everybody's experience on the Switch 2. Where did you end up going?
What's up?
Where did you end up going for the experience?
New York.
New York, awesome. Also, you were
nice.
You're one of the first.
I was New York on Saturday at 3:45 or 3:30. I don't know, 3:50. I don't know. One of this time, 3:45 maybe.
That's like a second day, right? The second day.
Second day. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were like one of the first to experience it. Yeah. Paul went to the LA one by his house, like super lucky, and then I went to Dallas, and Joyce went to Dallas also.
Yeah. Awesome.
So
Jeez, come on, man.
I went to McDonald's.
How did you win the lottery, man? You're supposed to win the lottery.
With the
Win.
Well, nobody offered me a ticket.
It was easy. It was so easy. We all did it. Why didn't you do it?
Hey, at one point, McDonald's did have consoles in their store.
Oh yeah, man. Are you kidding me? They had a bunch of handhelds back in the day.
That was so cool. Yeah. So, Joyce,
Yes,
you pre-ordered your Nintendo Switch 2.
I did.
What was your plan? What actually happened, and where did you end up pre-ordering?
So, my plan was, all I have to get is the system, because Pro Controllers, games, accessories, all that stuff. I understand what's going on in the world, but the thing about it is like most of that stuff isn't really going anywhere, So the plan was get the system, and it only made sense to me to get the Mario bundle because I'm like, I can't whine about this being $80 unless I either want to. Excuse me, whine is not the right word. I apologize about that, guys. Whine is not the right word. Complain. I can't be concerned over $80 unless I truly want this physical. I don't usually buy a lot of physical anyway. None of my Splatoons are physical. So I said, well, Mario Kart's, if I'm going to play with anybody, I'm going to be playing that in Splatoon. Those two are definitely going to be downloaded to the system. So buy Mario Kart for $50. Yeah, why not? That's all I planned. And if I have time, I'll grab whatever else is in the suggested, recommended, whatever. I had part of my plan. I took your advice. I took Jake's advice. I took everybody's advice. Make sure that they're retailers you trust. Of course, get the apps. Make sure all your information is already preloaded. So you're not messing with credit card info and everything. So night of pre-orders, I'm bouncing between you and Jake and everything. And, I got like both my laptops open and I have my phone open and other things I had open, but one of my bosses might be watching. So I have everything open. I'm ready.
Hi, Joyce, boss.
Joyce needs a raise. Who said that? Who said that? I started at Target, and Target was tripping. And I was at this point, I was on Jake's stream. And Jake was saying, okay, Target's tripping. Everybody run over to Walmart.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even have Walmart. I don't shop at Walmart because I have issues with Walmart, period,
Yeah.
for a lot of reasons. So I was like, okay, for this one time, I'm going to download the Walmart app, put in all my information. Had to wait in the queue for a while. Bounced over to Best Buy, who hadn't even gone live yet. So I started to panic. It's about 20 minutes in. I started to panic, and I'm like, and then I'm talking. I'm switching back again between you and Jake, and you and Jake were saying the same thing. Nobody panic. It's gonna be okay.
Exactly.
You know, just try. Okay, everybody. And Jake saying, run over to Walmart. And so put in all my information, my credit card, and I'm like, now that I've done all that, it's like they're probably sold out. I was in the queue for a while. Got in a few matches of Splatoon, refreshed. I'm still in the queue. Okay. And then finally, like, I think about 45 minutes in, goes through, and I just sit in. Oh, by the way, during all this, shout out to Walmart, because I was able to add my Pro Controller as I waited in the queue. So I got to give that to Walmart.
That's awesome.
Finally goes through, and I'm like, buy.
Yeah,
Just like that. I'm just banging on the buy button, and got my pre-order, got my email. It's all good, because I wanted to get games and all that other stuff, and I said I need the system, because I'm just gonna be mad if a whole bunch of games show up at my house and I don't have a system to play them. So I will be. So the future plans. The first game I'm gonna buy physical is Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes.
That's first on the list. I'm going to get Hades 1 and 2, because I played the second one at the experience. Had no idea I was going to love it. So now I got to play the first one, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. And then I want, what else? What else did I wanted all them other ones, all them other games too. I just can't remember the names of any of them right now. Don't get old, y'all.
Yeah. Not worth it. It's not worth it.
Me and Mike just be tired.
Yeah.
There's some other games though. I'm not a big Donkey Kong fan, but shout out to it. I'm happy for the Donkey Kong fan base. That's all I've heard everybody scream for like the last 3 years. They want Donkey Kong and F-Zero.
For real.
So I'm happy for y'all. But so the plan is I already get the system on launch day. There's been no change in my pre-order. So I'll have Mario Kart Worlds that day. But I won't have anything else unless you want to jump back on Switch 1 and play Splatoon with me.
Yeah. I mean,
well, Switch 1's game work on Switch 2 anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to be testing a lot of stuff that day, I feel like.
Yeah.
I was like, what does Bayonetta look like now?
Yeah, my daughter didn't want the Switch 2 yet because she likes the light version. They won't let go of their lights. They're like, I can wait. I'm like, take care less right now. We're like all stressing out, and she's like, I can wait, whatever, And so I'm giving her my OLED, but I'm giving her that that case. We put the Switch on. It has a controller on the side. I don't know who makes it, but it became very very popular for a while. Makes it look like a full kind of with it's not detachable, just a one set here.
The Nitro deck.
Yeah, the Nitro deck. So I actually purchased that. And so I'm going to give her my OLED on the Nitro deck so she has a bigger screen. She borrows it sometimes it's because she likes the bigger screen. And so I'm going to give her my OLED until the light Switch 2 comes out. But they both my daughters want the Switch 2 Lite. They get care less about the Switch 2.
Yeah, I'll be going to a Switch 2 Lite too. I love the Lite.
Yeah. So
how old's your youngest now?
She's 15. 15.
She a grown woman. I'm kidding. I was gonna say, I think it's because when I talk to like younger people, like in her age group, like the babies, they're like they prefer. I could hold it in my hand like a phone, and they really prefer just like the smaller screen and just easily take it on the go. And my question always is, but you can't hook it up to your TV when you come back home. And they're like, so
yeah, like
hey, weird old lady. Why do you want to sit on the couch and play games on your TV? That's weird.
Yeah, that's I'm like, you can dock it. I don't, it's okay. I don't like it. I don't care. So yeah. But Paul, Yale Force Network. How was your pre-order experience? What was your plan to pre-order? What did you actually end up getting, and how did it went? What store did you go to?
It was pretty good. Not my first rodeo, so I was ready either way. I'm like, I'm getting the system day one. There's nothing that's not going to let me get it day one. But what I did was on my PC desktop, I had already been signed into my Target account, my Walmart account, my Best Buy account. So I had the screen in thirds. Boom, boom, boom. I was just getting ready, close to midnight, 11:59 p.m. Had that there. I had my iPhone out, and I had each of the apps open and each of the sites open. Had my wife's iPad, and then I think her phone, and then a combination of things. As soon as that 11:59, a refresh, boom, add to cart. Walmart put me in a queue, now waiting. That took a long time, but that's where the journey begins.
Yeah.
Best Buy, refreshing, item not available. Okay, something's happening with Best Buy. Target, back and forth. You're in. Here's your credit card information. Cannot ship to this address. Update your address. My address has been the same in this Target app for years. And I was talking to other friends, and that was Target's glitch. If you were trying Target, your problem with Target probably was, cannot ship to the address. Please update your address. Would you like to use this one? Yeah, sure, use that one. Nope.
I want to freak out.
That's such a weird thing to happen. That's so crazy. Like, how is
Target
that a
just
glitch?
wasn't happening. Different friends were texting me, Paul, did you get in? Hey, Paul, did you get in? Like, my phone was going off because all my buddies were doing it. Mike and I were talking, different folks, David, right? Mike from Indie Mania last year. And he was talking like other friends, everybody. And then I was like, well, if I don't get it, like if it turns out to being, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., don't get it, my plan was, all right, I'll drive over to Target and I'll just wait till the morning and then I'll just camp out in line for like 6 hours or something like that. Like I've camped out for systems for 24 hours. I like the experience.
Yeah.
It's fun. But after like 40 minutes, all of a sudden the screen went, here you are, that Walmart one from 12 o'clock on the dot, the queue finally went. If you're in, don't reset. It's just going to take a while. And the Walmart one went through, and my wife was like, because she was, helping monitor this one, that was like, Paul, you're in, we're in. So got the Walmart one. Meanwhile, finally, like around 12:30, like y'all mentioned earlier, the Best Buy one just happened to be late. So it wasn't an error at 12, their site not working. It was just they were late to the party.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, while I'm waiting for the Walmart queue to like finally go through, and I think that's the problem is like some people probably were refreshing out of it and then it messed them up. It's like, no. Yeah. When you were in the beginning, it was just taking a while because they were having probably hundreds of thousands of people on the site. So it was just taking a while. And that's hundreds of thousands in that first 10 seconds. So it's just going to take a bit to process through. So I waited. But that Best Buy one, I was like, well, what the heck? I might as well do it because the Walmart one didn't go through yet. And then like 10 minutes after the Walmart one, the Best Buy one was like, do you wish to continue? Yeah. And I was on my wife's account and my Best Buy account. And then I got a Best Buy one. Oh, wow. And then like a few minutes later, the other Best Buy one went through. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I got 3. However, so by the end of the night, I had the Walmart one, my wife got one from Best Buy, and then my Best Buy one went through as well. Target never worked out, so I'm just closing it. And then like 15, 20 minutes later, I got a bounce back. Credit card has been refunded from one of the Best Buy ones. So that was an error. I didn't need 3. First of all, I only need 1. If I got 2, if I got 3, I don't even know if my household needs 2 yet. Realistically, we probably don't. It's going to be docked. It's going to be in the living room. We're all going to be having fun playing with a combination of new Pro Controller, new pair of Joy-Cons, and old Pro Controller and Joy-Cons enjoying Mario Kart World together. And that's going to be just fine. And if you want to play a little solo play, somebody wants to play a little bit of Fortnite, a couple other launch titles, Fast Fusion? Fast Fusion?
Yes.
I forgot the title now.
Fast Fusion, yep.
Fast Fusion, sequel to Neo and RMX, and whatever, experience the handheld for yourself. It's going to be fine, not greedy. So with the other one, unless if I kept it, it's just like for one of these friends that might not have gotten it, hey, just give me $550, which pays for the tax of the $500 model, which is the one I got, by the way.
Mhm.
I like physical, but tax in California is close to 10%. So
Yeah.
if you're buying Mario Kart World for 80, you're actually paying 88. You could pay 50 or 88. At that point, a $38 difference is too much to say, yeah, I'm going to get the physical. The smart thing to do is that's too big of a savings. Just get digital. It's going to be fine. Also, it's going to be a game that I think makes sense to always have on the system because it's one of those always want to pick up and play games.
Yeah.
And the convenience factor, like all generation long, to just race is worth it. So for the price and for the convenience, like I got that bundle. And if I did end up having 3, which now I don't, I just have 2. Woe's me. I'm not complaining really. But if I had a 3rd one, then maybe it was like, okay, maybe now we keep 2 and give the 3rd to a friend, or you know what, probably just honestly give the 2 to some buddies because one household is fine, or one in one household is fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. So I didn't have to go in the morning, or I didn't have to leave my house and like go camp out. It was taken care of. So not a bad process. Probably could have been better if right away at midnight I had that guarantee. Bam, got it done. Instead, it was a 40-minute wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Real
okay.
quick.
And those other friends, like each of them got one too. So people just waited. One buddy got it earlier. One guy got it later. I know you got yours. And yeah, it was pretty cool. As for launch, Pro Controller, Mario Kart World, Definites. I'm holding off on a new micro SD express card for a while because a 256 gigabyte isn't going to cut it, especially if I want to move all of my Nintendo Switch titles that I have digitally, which I have a lot of indie games and some titles that I just bought because they were first made a digital, and like, I don't want to wait for the physical version to come out 6 months. I'm just going to buy this one now, whatever. And just a couple of other titles. I need my terabyte card almost to hold all of those games. I don't even have the option, nor is there 2 different slots on the Nintendo Switch 2 to hold an old micro SD XC card to play those games and a new one.
That would have been good. That would have been a good idea. Actually.
Yeah.
That would have been a good idea. Having like an SD card compatible that's only for Switch 1 games, and then the other one for Switch 2.
Yeah. Because I'm kind of in that same boat.
Have access right now on my Nintendo Switch 2 to be playing my entire Nintendo Switch library. Physical, sure, but all the digital things that I have, my Nintendo Switch is probably going to still have a life around it because now the bigger, more important digital games that I want on Switch 2, I'll transfer over. But some of the smaller ones that I'm like, well, I'm never going to throw this game away. I'm never going to not want it. It's part of my library. It's just not a part of my daily life. But I wanted to play it once in a while. The Nintendo Switch might end up still being hooked up to the TV, via a different HDMI or something. So until there's a Black Friday deal, if I really have to in the next 6 months, I'll play Refrigerator with Nintendo Switch 2. If I truly have to, I will do the annoying thing of if that 256 gigabytes gets full before Black Friday, I will archive a game and free up space and re-download a new thing and archive, and depending on also how many of my games are all cartridge games, which I plan on buying everything cartridge. But if some of them are key card only or digital only, like I'm going to buy Street Fighter 6, and I've decided I'm getting Street Fighter 6 digitally. If it was on cartridge purely, I would get that. But it's game key card, and at that point, the game key card, it's only good for if you want to lend it to a friend, have the potential of reselling it, or if you like the fact that you're getting some piece of plastic and a box to look at, which might be enough. But Street Fighter 6, I own it physically already. If it was physical, I would buy it here. But since it's going to take up an equal amount of hard drive space. I might as well just make that one the digital convenience of always having it on my system instead of having to take a key card in and out, because I'm never going to sell the game. And not to be like one of those people, but I'm not going to lend out my Street Fighter 6 to someone. Most of my friends are probably just going to buy it themselves. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I wouldn't mind lending it out, absolutely, but probably not going to be the case. So in these few months, I know I'm talking a little bit too long because now I'm going into like, what's my plan with the storage thing, but this might be useful for other people too. I kind of wouldn't jump the gun on like buying only 256 because that's only going to double it. There are going to be a few 60 gigabyte games right away. Boom, that's going to eat it up fast. You know, you're going to get 5 games at 60 gigs each, and then there you go. Like 4, even 4, depending on the type of games you make up, unless if you go physical only. And we don't know yet how many third parties going forward are going to say, nah, it's not worth us to go physical. We're going game card, key card, and digital. So I would wait till the medium gets a little bit cheaper, and I would wait a little bit longer till it goes on sale. And then when you have the opportunity to buy like a 1 or 1.5 terabyte card for like $80, that's going to be better value. And you're going to look at how many gigabytes per dollar you're getting, and right, you're paying this much. It's like, you know, how many dollars per square foot is your land worth in your backyard? You want to stretch that out a little bit longer. Well, in homeowner's case, you want it to be worth more. Over there on the storage capacity, you want it to be like stretched out. You want to devalue it, or you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's the reverse in a way.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a key card question. So because the game is tied to the key card, so I can't play without the key card cartridge, right?
Yeah.
So always have to put it into play.
Yep. Yeah.
So it doesn't take up space.
It does because the game the digital game is just like a digital game on your Switch. You're just putting the key card in there so you can unlock the game and play it. So it's
going to take up space on my Switch no matter what.
Yes,
it is. Yeah,
that's the part.
It's a digital game. It's a digital game that needs a physical key to unlock it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And that's my problem, because the other reason, to tack on to what Paul's saying, that I do physical and certain games digital. God, I can't talk. Is to help save space. I was able to survive with only one SD card, all a Switch one, by doing it that way. So I'm low key annoyed by that, and now I'm kind of like, dang, I should have just sprung for the 80 for Mario.
I spent my entire week last week arguing with people on Twitter about how I feel like the key cards are a worse option than just either going full digital or even the card in a box. At least you get like the convenience of digital with something to collect with the box. I know I'm probably in the minority on that opinion, but I feel like key cards are just like a no-go for me at all.
I get it.
I'm sorry, Paul. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to ask that.
Go ahead. You could sell it and you could share it. And digital will have a game share option, but not quite the same way. So, like, I guess depending on the audience, I mean, back in the day with cartridges like Super Nintendo, N64, NES era, I shared games with friends. You know, in high school, we would take a game and like you'd share this copy of GoldenEye 007 and you'd share your copy of, Mario Kart 64 or Star Fox 64. Don't delete my save file, dude. Don't delete the save file. But like you'd share. So if kids, teens, young adults of any nature, whomever, still have that kind of, hey, I have my game. I'm not going to play it for a couple of weeks. I've beat it. I still want it. Do you want it? Play it. That person can now have it. Now, you won't be able to play your version for a bit, but someone else can enjoy it. Or you know what? I'm totally done with this experience. I'm going to sell it. GameStop will take that key card. They wouldn't take your digital file because they can't dump it off of you. So the key card is not going to be for everyone, but it is a good alternative to have, I suppose. No, I mean, it just is. It's just not going to be for everyone. I did pose an interesting question on X because I was curious. Would you rather spend $60 for a third-party game that's a game key card game, or spend $70 for that same game if it was all on cartridge. And I wonder how much analyzing and how much of a case study did third-party developers do before making this decision? Like, how much did Capcom look into not having this? Because overwhelming amount of people on my poll, at least, and that represents a small audience, said I would pay the $10 more. I would rather spend $70 for Street Fighter 6 with cartridge than $60 for a key card that has nothing on it. And that would tell the developer, a good percentage of people have to fork out more money for a 64 gigabyte cartridge instead of a piece of plastic that has 16 megs on it or something like that. And there you would make up your price difference. Did they not think of this? Will more think of it going forward? Will we have options where, okay, the Dusk Bloods comes out and it's 70 digital, 70 key card, 80 physical. Maybe people will be like, no, man, I'll pay the $80 for that physical cartridge of that game. It's going to be an interesting generation. I mean, the industry's shifting in many different ways, but this is one interesting way. Anyways, I feel like I've been monopolizing too much of the conversation because I was only asked how's my midnight experience, and just how that what really triggered it was that micro SD card and basically why I didn't get one yet.
Yeah. Oh, Paul, we're used to you, Paul. We know your style. We appreciate your style too, so don't worry.
Now I could for the four of you to
until the next question. So in my case, really quickly, I was here live streaming the event so that people can pre-order, right? And so I was able. I went straight to Walmart. I did have all open just so that I can notify people, but I already knew I wanted to go to Walmart just because of the deal they have. Like, okay, you get your Switch before at 9 a.m. in the morning or before, guaranteed. I'm like, okay, you can make a mistake and give it to me the day before if you want. Sometimes it happens. I'm like, I'll take that bet.
Yeah.
9 a.m. in the morning or before, that's it, deal. So I did that. I pre-ordered at Walmart. No line, no nothing. The pre-orders live at Walmart because we were like screaming on the live stream. Let's go, 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 go. I clicked no line, went through. I went for the Switch with Mario Kart. Great. The following day, I'm like, it's 10 o'clock, 10:30 right now. I'm like, oh, that's right. GameStop is giving me $420 for my Xbox Series X. That thing over there taking dust. Taking dust. I took an Uber. You guys don't know I'm legally blind. I can't drive. I took an Uber. I made myself way to a GameStop. There were like 5 people in line, just like literally 5 minutes before they opened.
Oh man!
Yeah. Wow. By opening time, then there were like, I would say maybe like 60, 70 people. But like 5 minutes before opening, there was nobody in line. But we all arrived at the same time, and I traded in my Xbox, got $435 for my Xbox. Beautiful, because it was pristine, right? And I used that to get another Switch. And so I'm like, okay, that wasn't being used. My dollars are probably gonna take my Switch when my Switch 2 when I need it the most. When I'm doing a review for the channel or doing something or a tournament. So let me just get that one for them. I'm not wasting any money. I'm just trading in the system. And then I got the second one for them without the Mario Kart, just the system by itself.
Yeah.
And so we could share digital games now. So they can play Mario Kart over there and I can play it over here. So that was my whole entire experience. I got to experience the midnight and my first GameStop line there, which I was there at 11:30. 10:30. They opened at 11. So it was pretty smooth. It was awesome.
So you got 2 in the end?
I got two in. Yeah, I got 2 in. Like one that I had to pay for, one that my Xbox paid for.
You know what? I was worried I wouldn't get 2 because I was even thinking about it. I was worried I wouldn't get 2, so I didn't order 2. So I was like, we could give away 1 on the podcast, and I was like, but what if I don't get 2 and then I don't get my 1? Yeah.
I mean, we are
at least 8 years to give away 1.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, we want to give away 1 on the podcast, and then my goal is to give one away per month. At the end of we have a monthly tournament at the end of the month. And so I'm gonna use the YouTube revenue, guys. I'm not using my personal. All YouTube revenue is going towards the Switch 2 at the end of the month because I want people to have a Switch 2. You know,
And it's also a business write-off.
exactly. Yeah, right. Too. That too.
I mean, we ain't got to talk about that part, but I'm just saying it is.
Yeah.
It is.
But yeah, and so that was my experience. It went well. I got my girls a Switch 2, even though she didn't want it, but I know they're gonna take it because it's like when you buy fries. I don't want any fries, but then they see the fries in your hand.
Yeah.
Go
Then all of a sudden you have no fries. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Weird how that works, huh?
yeah, and when you're a dad and they take one fries, that's it. You lost it.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, mine do the same thing. Same exact thing. Yeah, they say they don't want to Switch 2 right now. I don't want it. I don't want that. I got mine. They got their Switch Lite stuff. Guaranteed as soon as they see mine, they're going to be like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you can say, who's bringing money into this house? Y'all paying
Yeah, I'm going to
bills?
say, yeah, let's get out there, you know?
People who
These
pay
things
bills
don't
get
buy
Switch
themselves.
2s.
Let's go.
Yeah. So
Dear
they got
parents, all of you deserve a Switch 2. All parents deserve a Switch 2.
That's
If
true.
the kids want one, I mean, a
Time
year
to do
of
some dishes.
mowing the lawn, do the dishes, mow the. No, they already need to do that. This is for the extra chores.
That's true. That is true.
You already should be washing the dishes, but did you clean the bathroom even though it's not your turn? Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. There's an extra $5. Switch 2 savings.
Josh.
Yeah.
Josh has not bought his Switch yet because he's still holding up with his money there, so his
He's
bells.
still got all his money. Yeah.
Yeah, so he needs to go spend it.
He's got enough for a few there at least.
Yeah, right. A couple bells.
First of all, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Like collecting all that rent from people. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. I was like, see, that's Josh over there, and he's holding the other half of the Switch 2 stock. That's what's really in that little bell bag. Because let's talk about Tom Nook and how he just be janking people for money. First of all, this is my island. You live with me, and I have to pay you to build a bridge in my island.
Yep, that's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Obviously, I'm just renting. I need renters' prices.
Yeah.
I know
Oh,
you're
yeah,
paying for
guys.
it. You're building it too. Yep.
Oh yeah, then I gotta build it, and then you gotta wait like 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the real date on my Switch is.
Rip off. It really is.
Well, you know, the community, Animal Crossing community, is supposed to like chip in, like your villagers, and you know that gyroid.
You don't
that,
do
like,
anything.
You know that gyroid that dances over by the bridge where you're waiting for it to be built, and people are like,
Yes.
"Oh yeah," and like, "Yeah, everyone's gonna donate to it." And then you go over there and you see like, "Oh, they've donated 5 bells out of the 300,000 required."
So generous.
You want to
So
contribute?
generous.
It's like, I guess I gotta front the bill, guys. No, it's not
That's
gonna get
true,
done.
right? I never got it that way. I'm like, right, that little gyro guy, you have to donate, and it's all your money. No other villager.
No.
It's my bridge.
Don't
That's
do anything.
My bridge, not the
I-
village's bridge.
There's
Then I
a
start walking
whole
around all resentful, like whatever.
There's a
Isabel,
whole
get away.
section.
Go away from me. I don't want to talk to you.
there's a whole section of my island that's just money trees, and y'all live here on my island, and I have to pay Tom. Man, get Tom off this podcast, man.
They need
I'm mad now.
they need
Nobody
to
like a landlord.
they need to make it like a little dictator outfit for the with the green hat and a little star here. You can
Yeah,
pretend
and the next one, we need to be able to vote people off.
you're right.
Vote people off the island.
Yeah,
That should be in the next Animal Crossing.
yeah. And
Y'all
then
remind me to tell you a story about that. I got a good story about that, but I'll tell you after the show.
it'd be cool that once you get voted off, they get together in the middle of the island and all of a sudden, okay, who is voted off? Doot, 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 doot,
Yes.
doot. You have been voted off the island. Okay, everybody say goodbye, later. And like a whole scene, make like a whole scene for it, and then here comes the little bird and escorts and escorts him to the plane, the dodo escorts him to the plane, and the plane flies away. They
What
have
if the next Animal Crossing is like all customizable, and you have like security at your dock, and
Yes.
anybody you don't like, you that the security just takes.
Oh,
them.
security
You
goes.
you just scream security, and it just
Yeah.
snatches them away.
You don't got to wait for them to move out. You just take them out. That's
Yeah.
it. Like you're gone.
No, wait,
Get outta here.
it'll be like the first Zelda. The world will just come by and just take them away.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead.
I'll
and
be
get-
right back. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So while you're out, I know you can still hear us. So let's go ahead and start with topic number 2, which is Nintendo Switch 2 Year 1 game. And so Nintendo Switch 2 launched with a strong lineup. We got Mario Kart World, okay, June 5th, June 5th, launch title. We got Donkey Kong Bonanza on July 17th. Let's see here. We also got Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, the versions of Switch 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, the Switch 2 version. I like that better. They have like a lot more stuff there. It's extra content to the game, which is cool. Zelda it just looks better, and you have the app. What else? Third party games. We got Cyberpunk 2077. Also a day one for me because you got to support the only game that's third party and fully in the cartridge, right? We got that's the Ultimate Edition, by the way. We got Sonic X Shadow Generation, April of 2025. No release date just yet. Nintendo Direct Showcase, 50 games, blah 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 blah. Age of Imprisonment. Is that Switch 2 or Switch 1?
Switch 2.
It's Switch 2. No date yet.
All right, no date yet. So it looks like if that game is 2025 and we're in May, it's May already. It's crazy. We're in May. We should be getting a Nintendo Direct pretty soon. Actually, like maybe June. Yeah, it's because we still don't have a date for Metroid Prime 4 or the Pokemon game, Arizona.
If you look back at the Switch 1, once it came out, they did the same thing. And they put it out, and then it was like a month or something after there was a direct, and they started talking about more stuff. Maybe it's 2 months, but it was soon after. It was very soon after. And I mean, beginning of June, we get the system. End of June, direct. We can keep it in June. Why not?
Yeah, that'll be awesome. So we got Pokemon Legends Arizona. We got Kirby Air Riders. That's also Switch 2, right? The new game for Switch 2. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. Age. Why did they call it Age of? Just forget the Age of. Just the Imprisonment War. That's it.
Yes, that's what
the Imprisoning War. Yeah.
Mario Kart World. Okay, 24 drivers. Blah blah blah. 3D platformer. Let me see what else I have here. And that's it. Oh, Hades 2. And did I miss any other game?
Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I don't know if you said that one.
That's
getting new content too.
Yeah, Kirby and the Forgotten Land's getting new content. That's actually good. But it's like the game is $80 also, but it's like saying you're buying the physical game and plus a DLC, which is more story. So it's like you're paying $29 for the DLC, which we normally pay for. And so that is it. Discussion questions for the crew. Let's go ahead and start all the way over at the top again with Drip. So what is your most anticipated game of 2025? Why? And let's see here. And you can go ahead and go first party and third party.
Okay, there's one I want to say, but I'm not going to say it because I know Jeeb wants to say it. It's his game. It's also mine, so I'm going to let him have that one.
Yeah.
I mean, Metroid Prime 4 is, after playing it in mouse mode, like,
yeah,
more. I just want more. That 120 frames per second mouse mode. I'm sold. That's the one. I mean, Mario Kart World's going to be fun, but like that's the thing that I took away from that New York.
Yeah.
Nintendo 2 experience, Nintendo Switch 2 experience. That was it. Like that. I mean, just the way you can, go into mouse mode, then just pick it right back up.
Yeah,
it just goes right back in. It's just so seamless. Just everything. It was just that like really blew me away. I'm actually playing through Metroid Prime Remastered right now on my Switch Lite, actually. But I'm pumped. I'm pumped for that. That's really the one. It's got to be the one.
And then a third
party. Man. I mean, I guess Cyberpunk, because I've never played it. That was one, like, how the launch was with that. It was It was awful. It was awful. I didn't even want to get involved in any of that. There was so much stuff wrong with the game. Like, I'm gonna wait. It looks cool, whatever. And then with the Switch, I was always like, well, maybe it'll come to Switch, knowing full well it wasn't coming to Switch really. But now that we're getting on Switch 2, the Ultimate Edition, it's got all the DLC. I mean, that one I'm pretty interested in. It looked great. I looked over at the Nintendo rep beside me and said, I cannot believe what I'm looking at is coming out of something that Nintendo put out. Nintendo put this out, and this is what it looks like. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I can't believe it's running like that. So those are probably the two.
Yeah, I think that Paul Rudd commercial is perfect because it's like,
man,
it's like when an hour playing with power,
Yeah.
Because Nintendo already demonstrated they can make games fun, right?
Yeah.
They've already given us Nintendo Switch best-selling console of the decade, and made it fun and entertaining. And now it's like they're giving us a Switch, but with power, right?
Yeah.
So with that commercial coming up, that was so awesome. That was
great.
Yeah. All right, so let's go over downstairs in the basement with the uncle.
Weird Uncle in the basement.
Hey, not weird uncle, just uncle in the basement.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
I'll keep it the cool uncle in the basement because
Thank you.
I see a fireplace. Is that fireplace real, or is that a TV?
No, it's a TV. Yeah.
Hey, your head.
Nice place to be.
All right, so what is your most anticipated game? The one that dripped very nicely, right? Very brotherly, left for you.
Yes.
And what is your third party most anticipated game?
All right. So this is not just I've been waiting for it this year.
Mhm.
I've been waiting for this game since I finished Tears of the Kingdom. Because and I called this game back in 2023.
I was there. He did.
I did it. We made a video for proof because we did a podcast in 2023. I had to go back and find the footage, but I called it and they got the name wrong. It should have been The Imprisoning War.
Yeah.
They called it Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. But that is the game I'm most excited for because Age of Calamity was my favorite game in 2020.
Wow.
It was just like it took my life over when Zelda did that year as well. But because that's the year I got my Switch for the first time.
Mhm.
So I played Breath of the Wild that year. I played Link's Awakening remake, and I played Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity.
Yeah.
And the game was incredible. And it had a ton of issues. We all know the issues it had performance wise.
Ooh, yeah.
And that was kind of a downer, but I really, really enjoyed the story of it. And I've been waiting for the sequel for literally since Tears of the Kingdom ended because I'm like, this just makes sense. Like, it just makes sense to like the whole imprisoning war thing, like to be able to play through it in the warrior style just makes all the sense in the world. And it's funny too because after that game was announced in the direct, and saw lots of people on Twitter like, I didn't see this coming. I didn't know. This is a great idea. Wish I would have thought. And like, I did. I called it.
Who didn't see that coming?
I'm like, I saw this coming 2 years ago. I'm like, but every direct since like Tears of the Kingdom, I was like making the call like, and my wild card for this direct is Age of Calamity or Imprisoning War, Hyrule Wars, and of course I got it wrong every time, and I eventually stopped calling it, but I always still wanted it, and it blew my mind on what was it, April 2nd when that direct blew my mind when they announced it. Drip and I, it's our reactions on camera. It was incredible.
Oh yeah, I was losing it. I couldn't believe it. It was really the funniest part about it was when he first brought it up on our show, and I'm like, oh yeah. I mean that's a good idea, but then I believe the way he explained it is probably very, very close to exactly what they showed us in that trailer.
Yeah,
because it was like when it was happening, it was like,
yeah.
Wow, okay. I mean, this is your game, G. This is it.
Yeah, this
you
is
did
it.
Good job.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to dive into that. And the best part is the first one came out on my birthday, the same day. So I think I'm projecting this game to come out. It seems like it's late 2025.
Yeah.
It might be November again. So this game might be another birthday present for me, which I'm
Awesome.
really
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And listen, we talked about that in the podcast, the Zelda podcast. Like they have another Warriors game here at hand. When in the past with Zelda and all of the of the characters there. So yeah, we all called it again Age because of the repetitive nature of Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right.
Too perfect.
They should have called it what they call it. And I think the reason why
they should have called it Hyrule Warriors: The Imprisoning Wars.
Yeah,
because
the reason why
they had to tell us all about the Imprisoning War. How many different times in Tears of the Kingdom?
5 times. And so the reason why they did it is because they heard everyone on YouTube saying, "Hey, just make Hyrule Warriors," and so they wanted to be different. Come on.
But to Geep's point, the fan base willed that into existence. I don't care what anybody says because we all have the same question. So Breath of the Wild came first.
Mm-hmm.
Tears of the Kingdom came second. For whatever reason, we don't want to admit that Link and Zelda are over 20 years old. They're adults.
Yeah.
And Zelda goes back to the past. So she goes back to before Breath of the Wild. Mm-hmm. And does the thing with the stuff and the tears and the dragon, and she does the thing. and then we bring her back because the power of love. I have questions. I need questions answered. I need questions answered. Because so the whole thing at Breath of the Wild, was that his fever dream? Like, what's happening? I'm sorry. Y'all can't say Zelda in front of me. Just
So my question is, I want to play Breath of the Wild because I know the dragon's flying, and I want to see what dragons we can find there. If Zelda is actually there, or they added her later, wait a minute, that's not Zelda, and this is Zelda in the past. There's Zelda, like
Oh, they should now with with them. When they've redone it with the 4K.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah, add the dragon in. Why not?
dragon.
but the question is, but because it's technically a sequel prequel type
then
game,
it wouldn't actually be there. Oh man, the time travel in this is just too much.
Insane.
So what I'm thinking, so they're going to explain that because this one, they made it clear this one's canon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So this
For
is
sure. That's awesome.
Yeah, this one's canon. So story wise, see, y'all don't talk about Zelda in front of me, and then I do this.
I am about it.
Mike, why you let them? Zelda's now. Oh God, see,
And don't worry,
I can't wait till I
had
get
my moment with the micro SD cards though.
I can't wait till I get my tats. It'll be later in the year. I'm still working it out in my head. But yeah, I'm so, y'all don't understand the level of excitement I have for. Well, I'm calling it the Imprisoning War.
Yeah,
Hyrule Warriors Imprisoning. I'm renaming it. That's what I'm calling it now. So
I named it 2 years ago. I'm going to keep calling it the same thing. I've been calling it the entire time.
Yeah. Sorry, Nintendo, you're just wrong.
You're just wrong.
Fine.
Yeah.
We don't make the rules, Nintendo. We're just letting you know that you're wrong.
Hey,
No, wait. It should have been called Hyrule Warriors. Let me tell you about the Imprisoning.
oh my God.
Even King?
Secret Stones?
Can you imagine if it starts the same exact way? Back to the and it starts narrating the same exact thing. Oh, okay, so you still need to mention your third party.
Yes.
Anticipated.
So it's already come out on other platforms. I'm deciding on whether or not to buy it on Switch or PS5. It really depends. Probably who has the best price at the time.
Yeah, on Switch.
But but see, the thing is, I'll just tell you, it's Split Fiction, and the performance looks okay on Switch too. It is kind of enticing, the fact that it is obviously a handheld, portable system, so I can play it with my fiance outside of just our home TV down here. So that's enticing. Like, we could play it in bed sometimes. That'd be kind of fun, like before bed. But either way, I'm excited for Split Fiction. Probably gonna get on Switch.
Yeah, that's awesome. 1080, 120 frames per second, or 4K 60. You got your choice.
Yeah.
And Joycey, most anticipated Switch game. Do I have to ask? And your most anticipated third party game.
As if you have to ask.
We
already talked about the Imprisoning War, so I'm gonna go a little bit different. I am actually looking forward to playing Mario Kart World, because I am for Drip and Geep. I know you guys don't know this about me, but the audience does. I'm not a Mario Kart fan. I like my action games. I like my Bayonettas. I like my Astral Chains, my Zeldas. I like that. So, but I also like Splatoon. And when I went to the experience last week, I was like, it's got to be something to this. Almost like 60, 70 million people ain't wrong. Right?
Yeah.
So I got to at least try it. So now that it's definitely coming, because it just made sense to buy it. I'm actually looking forward to getting into that. Third party, I already talked about Cyberpunk, so that's one of them. But what's another one? What's the other one I like?
You said Hades 2?
Yeah, but there's another one. What was the other one, Mike?
Metro Prime 4?
Yes, but that's not third party.
There
was another one.
Hogwarts Legacy. There's the other one, the Civilization 7.
Why can't I remember? That's the real good question.
The other one is the one with
the
Japanese fighting, kicking, and punching. Yakuza.
Oh yeah,
that was the one I didn't play because I didn't see it. I don't know where they had it hiding.
It was like in the back with the Civilization game, like hidden back there.
I think the Civilization game scared me so much that I was just like, I'm just leaving this area.
Yeah, I got on there for like a second. I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'm actually good here. I'm gonna go ahead. And...
No, like seriously, when the demo ended, I said thank God and I dropped the controllers. And,
yeah, I didn't even finish. I was just like, you know what? It's fine. Mouse works. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here.
We'll just say Mario Kart World and the other thing, Cyberpunk for now, because I can't remember anything else for whatever reason.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta tell you something, Mike. I forgot to tell you. I was
Yeah.
wearing these glasses last week,
Mhm.
and I got so many compliments because of the little stone on the side. Somebody was like, "You have a rupee on your glasses."
Let me make it close up. Let me see again.
Can you see it?
It's
It's just a little.
oh, there's a stone. It's like green one.
That's not why I bought it. I was just like, I love the shape of them, but I got so many compliments because I have apparently.
It looks like a rupee from Zelda.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, these are my Zelda glasses now because somebody like told me that.
That's awesome. And then over to Paul Gill, Network Force. Oh, Gill, you have let's see here, the most anticipated game for Nintendo Switch. Okay, it could be. Well, let's go for something that's already announced. And your most anticipated third-party game.
Pick a first-party game that hasn't been announced.
No, that's been announced.
Been announced.
Yeah.
I've got to go with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
Awesome. Awesome.
I think Donkey Kong Bonanza is going to really be a joy this summer, and it's going to consume a lot of my time because it looks like it's Super Mario Odyssey 2 with Donkey Kong, and it's going to give a very different look and stuff, but fun-wise,
yep,
it's going to be right up there. Openness-wise, it's going to give Zelda. Music, I'm trusting it. Gameplay and exploration and creativity and pick up and play smashing attitude, but with adventure elements like DK is going to be very high. Mario Kart is a blast, and I think it's only going to get better because I have a feeling that game is going to be very solid when it comes to eventual DLC and having Zelda World and Metroid Land and like stuff like that. Even if it doesn't, I think the game by itself is going to be quite rich. But Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is coming from a staple of games that are so high quality in Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3, and coming off the heels of Metroid Dread, which is another high quality entry in the franchise.
Yeah.
It's been so long since we've had a game like Metroid, because even though there are other good first-person shooter games, Metroid Prime has actually been listed as a first-person adventure over the years. You explore and have an adventure as Samus Aran. It just happens to be from the first-person perspective, but it doesn't operate like a typical shooter necessarily. This game looks like it probably will have some more shooting elements, but I don't doubt that it's not going to have this robust open world sense of exploring, finding everything, every nook and cranny, having that amazing feeling of empowerment that Metroid does so well, and then going back to older areas and be like, oh my gosh, I could do this now. And the graphics look so amazing. The audio design looks great. Like y'all said, the ability to switch between, dual analog and mouse controls is seamless. Like that game.
Did they show you the surround on that game? Did they put you on with the surround on that game? Because that game is the surround sound on that game is crazy.
Yeah, I got to hear nothing in there. It was so loud in there. I didn't hear any. And people were asking me like, "What did the speakers sound like on the?" I was like, I have no idea. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
it's really loud in there. I could hear them. I don't know how they sounded though. They're loud, I guess, but I didn't hear anything.
I could hear the part where she lands, but of course I was looking for it because the trailer told me to. But because I was like, I can't hear anything. Like, and then she lands, and I'm like, okay.
Wait, you guys had headphones?
No.
There were headphones there. Yeah, there were headphones. You didn't see them?
I didn't have headphones.
Yeah,
Well, they didn't give me any or anything.
Yeah, I didn't have it. I didn't even have an option for that.
There were some headphones by the Metroid Prime 4 game. You could have taken them up and put it back on so you can hear the entire surround thing they were talking about.
Oh, they didn't even offer that to me, which is
You
Yeah,
didn't
no
have them,
idea.
Paul?
Was that?
You didn't have them on your end, Paul?
No headphones.
Yeah.
You were talking
But
about.
I was able to get close enough to hear it and kind of force people out. The music does sound good. So when people are not loud, I just imagine it's just going to sound better.
Yeah. Yeah, the sounds are coming from everywhere. You remember, like you hear shooting all over there, and fighting and yelling over here, and everything like that. So it feels like you're inside like a I don't know how to describe it, but it's most resembling this game from Xbox. What's his name? The guy, the Master Chief guy from Xbox. Halo.
Master Chief.
Halo, yeah. Give
Oh,
me
you're talking about Larry.
Give me Halo vibes. It gave me Halo vibes. Yeah. So go ahead, Paul. You're on your first party game.
Metro Prime 4 Beyond.
Oh, I totally forgot. I'm sorry.
And then third party game, most anticipated third party game.
You know, I mean, I guess they are technically a third party because, yeah. I mean, they're an indie, but an indie is also a third party because it's not Nintendo. So Supergiant Games and their game Hades 2.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a good pick.
It's interesting that I'm picking that, not because. Well, let me tell you why I'm picking it. Here I have Street Fighter 6.
Mhm.
It's one of my 3 favorite franchises in all of gaming, but I have Street Fighter 6. Now I am going to buy it again, and I'm going to be playing it even more because I will play it in portable mode. I will take that thing, and you better believe it, like on my breaks or something like that. Well, first of all, it comes out in the summer. I don't work in the summer. I'm on break. But when I finish and I go back to teaching again, I probably will take it on my break. I probably will have Street Fighter 6 and switch the Joy-Cons off, and I'm just going to be playing in portable mode and stuff like that with a coworker or whatever. Like, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be a really cool experience. But I have it, so it's not entirely new. Hades was my overall game of the year in 2020. And that's saying a lot because 2020 was so packed. We had Age of Calamity, Miles Morales, Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I think I did pick Hades as the game of the year. Now, retroactively, maybe with all of the DLC that Age of Calamity gave, gosh, maybe that ends up winning it. Maybe, I don't know, because it was so much more fun to play with my son too. But Hades is such a freaking fantastic game that just blew me away with the story and the voice acting and the continued nature of this dialogue changing every time that you went back to the beginning, and all the weapons and all the power-ups and how difficult it was, and that sense of cool factor and how everything was drawn so well. And like, this game looks like it will have been even longer in development time, bigger budget. It's exclusive to Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 initially. That's a lot to say. That, like, yeah, I think this indie game, doesn't matter if it's indie. I mean, you know, Mike, you and I had Indie Mania that we hosted last year, so we know how amazing indie games are. So there is no, you know, oh, not deserving of. Absolutely not. Hades 2, watch. It's going to be one of the highest rated games of the year. And I think it's going to be on a lot of people's list as nominated for best game of the year. And I think Metro Prime 4 Beyond is going to be as well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see like both of those games popping up in most people's top 7s just on how high they were rated. I just hope that enough people play both. And I think they will. I think being a part of the launch or a launch window for a new console is going to help that too. Because sometimes you get a really good quality game, but it comes out 5 years in. There's a lot there, and it's a little bit easier to miss. But anyways, yeah. Metro Prime and Hades.
All right, that's awesome. One more question for you, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can start out. We can start out with this. This is the last question before we head into the Q&A for the podcast. Is there one more surprise for Switch 2 for the year, or do you think this is it when it comes to the lineup, at least for Nintendo Switch 2? We know there has to be another presentation because we still yet to have some release dates for Metro Prime 4, Pokemon Legends ZA, and there's another one I'm missing. I'm missing another game without a release date. We spoke about today. Age of Imprisonment, did we have a release date for that one?
No, it just said winter.
And Kirby Air Riders. No,
Kirby Air Riders. Yeah, and they're all 2025 without release dates. So that opens the door for us to get maybe just one more surprise for this holiday season from Nintendo for Switch 2.
I'm gonna be safe, but I'm gonna be fun, and I'm gonna say we get a new 99 game.
Ooh.
It's big enough to be something new that only Nintendo Switch 2 will have, because it's going to be a little bit more horsepower demanding. So kind of like how GameCube is a part of expansion pack, but only on Nintendo Switch 2. I think we'll get a new 99 game. I don't know what it'll be. Part of me says it's too soon, but because F-Zero 99 came out. But actually, by the time I'm thinking, like maybe in October or November type of thing, F-Zero will have been like a year and a half or something.
Mm-hmm.
Optimistic me says they somehow bust out Mario for the 40th anniversary.
Yeah,
I think that's too optimistic. So I will say one other thing. If it's not a 99, it's a new Super Mario 3D's All-Stars.
Nice.
That has a Metroid Prime remastered-like version of Super Mario Galaxy 2 with an HD version of Super Mario 3D Land, and there's your 2-in-1 pack-in for the 40th anniversary of Mario, and that's how you celebrate it this November.
Mm-hmm.
And then, next year we get a proper Super Mario Odyssey 2 or a Super Mario Galaxy 3 or a brand new Mario. So 99 or some type of Mario mini bundle / semi remake remaster. That's my little bit more wishful thinking, but still within the realm of like, I could see it.
I like it. I really like it. I hope that Nintendo is listening. Actually, Nintendo is listening. All works for Nintendo. He's in the board of directors. So great pick. Before we head up for the next co-host. Thank you so much, Boomy, for your support. You're awesome. You never fail. You are the honorary. You know what? Move over, Tom Nook. Let's give room for Boo Mini.
I'd rather look at Boo every week than Tom. Tom, you and I got beef.
And then welcome, Power Mad UK. You are the newest member, the VIP.
Hey, yo, Power Mad.
What's up, Power Mad?
So yeah, you just became a sponsor. Thank you so much. You enjoy all the perks. We have a whole bunch of crazy videos only for members. Of course, the chat for members and a whole bunch of perks on the Discord and everything. So yeah, enjoy that. Welcome, Power Mad UK. You've been here for years, man. You've been here for years. It's about time. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see here. And the Q&A has started, friends. So go ahead. Oh, it hasn't started. It's going to start now. But go ahead and drop your questions in the chat. We're going to go ahead and look out for them and star them and highlight them. We're only going to take 15 questions. 15 questions. Okay. Well, by the time we get to 15 questions, then the questions will close down for the Q&A. So go ahead and mark your questions there. Joycey will go ahead and highlight them because she has better eyes and the coolest glasses with those rubies. And so go ahead and write your questions. And over to Keep. Most anticipated game. What was the question again?
I don't know. What?
Somebody rewind the stream and tell us what the question.
Oh no! The surprise, big surprise for the year. One last surprise. That's
There you go. There you
Oh,
go.
I got
okay.
I was about to ask you the same question again that you already answered. Like the both of this. All right,
It
so
would have been awesome if he would have gave a different answer this time. That'd been crazy.
all right, so yeah, will there be one more surprise by Nintendo this year in the upcoming Nintendo Direct? And what do you think it is? If you think there's one,
If they do, will Joycey remember?
I don't think I will.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Is it? I'm sorry. Is it me you're asking?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. One more surprise. Yes. I think the gimme is Mario because it is their anniversary. It's Mario's anniversary. So I mean, I don't know if it's 3D Mario. I mean, I feel like if it was ready to show, they might have already shown it in some capacity. So it might not be ready yet. As crazy as that is to say, because it's been so long.
Yeah.
The last 3D Mario, but I feel like it's probably not going to be 3D Mario. But something Mario, even if it's like a remake or a remaster of what something's already been done.
Yeah.
Have they done a 3D remaster or remake of a 3D Mario game before? I'm not sure if they have.
I don't think so. They All Stars. That's it.
Yeah. So I mean,
And those aren't remakes.
right? They're just like HD ports, right? So
Yeah. And well, you can also count NSO now with the GameCube. They're all HD. So
yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I something Mario is a gimme.
Mhm.
What exactly? I'm not sure. But the more fun, interesting, less likely one. Something hardware. I feel like, man, can they just give us the Mario Paint mouse already? Can we just get the Mario Paint mouse and Mario Paint?
there you go.
I mean, that would have been everyone.
Amen.
All of the negative, feedback they've gotten over that paid demo that I don't think many people are going to buy. They could have what a miss from Nintendo. Just like it could have been Mario Paint HD even, but I think just a demo based on Mario Paint, like in the next iteration in the series would have been a perfect demo. Obviously that's hindsight. It's like they're not going to do that. They've already got their demo, but I don't know. An official mouse from Nintendo would be pretty cool to see.
Ooh, yes.
Not just Joy-Con turning into a mouse, an actual mouse, first party mouse.
I think it's coming.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's coming. Somebody's gonna. If Nintendo doesn't, 8-Bit Dude's gonna do it.
But we said that about Pro Joy-Cons for how long? Where the
Yeah,
Switch
Nintendo
won.
didn't do it,
And
but
then-
everybody else did. So
Right, they never did it.
Somebody.
Yeah,
Somebody's
yeah.
got it.
But like a first party mouse or even Pro Joy-Con hardware. But I'm gonna go with the mouse. Like, give us a mouse, Nintendo.
I like it. All right, Drip.
It's 3D Mario.
3D Mario.
I think it's happening.
Yeah.
I've got some reasoning on this though.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Odyssey team's the one who did the Donkey Kong game,
They
right?
did. Yeah.
Okay, so Mario Odyssey came out like 8 years ago. Doesn't take 8 years to make a game. I think maybe they've done 2 games. Maybe they've got Donkey Kong done. They've also got an Odyssey 2 or something like that already ready to go. And that could be why, all those rumors back, a year ago where they were like, oh yeah, they're pushing the Switch 2 launch because they want to have games ready.
Yeah.
Maybe this is why. Maybe the holiday, and another thing, if you look back at Switch 1, the success that they had was because of, a lot was because of the game lineup of the first 2 years. They went hard the first 2 years. So why not? Why not get Mario? You really can't do anything bigger than that at this point. 3D Mario, 40th anniversary. I think it's a lock. I think it's happening.
Yeah. That is awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna go on Drip side because I'm hyped for that. Hopefully that could happen. I think it's more than enough time for them to develop that Mario game. More than enough time. All right, Joycey, what is the surprise? What do you think? You're not allowed to say something.
I don't have to. However,
Do it anyway.
no, it's actually fair. No, that's a great segue because y'all forgive me. I think the rain bringing in something. Because here's the thing, I didn't expect anything Zelda during the launch here, and I was okay with that. We ate well during the Switch 1 year.
True.
The Imprisoning Wars game. Because that's what I'm calling it now.
That's right.
It's the right name.
We're hyped for it as Zelda hardcore fans. We want every little piece of lore, regardless if it connects or not. Plus, the Warriors games are extremely fun. Nobody's hype about it but us, y'all.
You got 2 Zelda games.
We got Wind Waker on GameCube, and we got ports of the Wild Era games, which I'm not upset about. I already told you guys I'm going to practice very unreasonable behavior, and I'm buying them for the box. I already told y'all.
Yeah.
But what's really going to get the tears the happy? What'd you say, Drip?
I said that is unreasonable, but I do love
It's
it.
extreme. Yeah, I'm doing it strictly for collectors' reasons.
Yep.
I have no good reason.
Because we have
Like,
a
why-
problem. That's why we're
Fine.
doing
No, I'm with it. I'm about it. It's
Don't
good.
try this at home, my friend.
You know what my daddy says? Let me tell you what my daddy says. My daddy says, you don't drink, you don't smoke, you don't do anything else. So if you want to play video games, baby girl, it's all right. So I'm gonna tell all y'all the same thing.
There you go.
Good job, Josh's dad. Good job.
He's a great guy. He's great. My dad's a great guy.
Is he subscribe to the Odyssey? He subscribe to the channel.
He should subscribe to the Odyssey. He likes golf, but I'm gonna tell him, well, this is a way to see me every week, and we're 900 miles away. Apart.
Mario Golf.
Mario Golf.
Mario
Tiger
Golf.
Woods is on the Switch.
There you go. That's what's up.
Fine.
But seriously, because I'll sit here all night and just ramble. I think the big surprise is a reveal of the next big 3D Zelda. Because let me explain something to y'all.
Mhm.
The reason Wii U even got to 13 million because we knew a Zelda game was coming. 10 million of those sales were Zelda fans, and we were like, "Are you serious? What do you mean there's no Zelda game coming? It's coming to the next system. What are you guys talking about?" So I think the same effect could work here.
Yeah.
Except we know the system's powerful. We know it's going to be at least successful. I call right now. Hopefully, I'm right in 10 years, but I call right now at minimum 100 million lifetime minimum. And just for the fact that somebody saw a 3D trailer of a Zelda game, as long as Nintendo tacks on the end, it's coming eventually or soon-ish or please wait a few years, but we wanted to give you a sneak peek. As long as they say that, that's okay, because people will still buy it because, ooh, new Zelda, like real Zelda game, I must buy. And then when you buy it, what happens? Oh, they have all these other games. So I think that's honestly like one of the best and safest bets. That's kind of what I think. I don't want to say safest. I think Mario's the safest bet, but just before the end of the year,
yeah,
I'm betting against what I think, what I would do if I was running marketing at Nintendo. But what I think they're gonna do is they'll say, we only sold 10 million systems. We got to make sure we sell 10 million or 20 million next year or whatever. Let's show them Zelda. They'll just start crying and give us money. That's how it works.
I agree. That'd be awesome. All
We
right.
got questions whenever you're ready, Mike.
What's that?
I'm still finding. We got questions whenever you're ready. I'm just gonna pick out a last couple, but we
Okay.
got a good healthy amount so far.
All right, that's good. I think we're good with questions so far. So for me, I think that we're gonna get good announcements for games for 2026 to begin the year off. I think 3D Mario, I think a new Zelda game, and an Animal Crossing game. Those will be the big three that are gonna literally push the sales on Nintendo Switch through the roof. And just say, you know what? Let's bring it. We got like 10 million of the user base from Switch. Let's bring over the rest. Come on, everybody, come on at the same time. At the same time. 2026.
You know what? This is gonna be the ultimate surprise. They're just gonna drop in one direct. Splatoon 4, the next 3D Zelda. And then the next 3D Zelda is a trilogy, and then they're gonna drop Mario, and then they're gonna drop a Mario sequel, and that's gonna be all of 2025, and we're just all gonna be poor and happy.
2025. My pace for 2026.
No, I want all of that just 2025. Then they have 5 to 8, whatever many years left to give us the sequels to those games. Yeah.
I like that. Now that's an idea. Yeah.
Now, see, I
just get 2 of everything on the Switch too. I like it.
Exactly.
I like that.
It's fair. No, Zelda's going to be a trilogy this time because we already got 2 last time. So now it has to be a trilogy.
I'm going to say one last thing because Nintendo needs to do something and something fast. Nintendo, please push Metroid.
Yeah. Yeah. Metroid.
Metroid is Metroid a launch game, a launch title, along with Mario Kart.
I don't even think we have a launch date for it yet.
Yeah, we don't.
There's not even a date.
That's right. There's no launch date, but still,
First one they
please,
start off and no launch.
Metroid. I mean, when we went to the experience, we were obligated to play Mario Kart. We understand that's the launch game, right? Then we played. They asked us, "Do you want to play Donkey Kong or do you want to go into the experience?" Right? All right. They should have said, "Do you want to play Donkey Kong? You want to play Metroid, or you want to go into the experience?" At least have Metroid in a spot where it has one of the best features you have on the Switch. The mouse mode They'll put it in the corner so we can kind of look for it. Push Metroid. Push Metroid.
Yeah, you're right. Because I when I went in there, Split Fiction was the first thing I saw.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever, I'm playing it. I'm here. I'm playing it. And then I was like, okay, stop, calm down. Where's Metroid Prime 4? And I had to look. I had to go back around this other row, and it was all the way in the back corner. I'm like, what? I was afraid it wasn't even there for a minute.
Yeah, you have to have your first party games up front. Metroid, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart right in front so we can find them, and then have all the third parties surrounding and everything. But you got to push Metroid. Metroid is one of the best looking games right now on Nintendo Switch 2.
And
it looks phenomenal. Like, I put those headphones on and it blew me away. The surround sound is crazy. I need to play that game with headphones that have like the surround thing. And the thing is, you can use any headphones, they said, because the whatever they did is built in. And so,
I didn't know that.
Sounds come from over here. You think like you're getting smacked from over here. You're getting kicked from the back and all that stuff. So, come on.
Hey, real quick, Mike. Guys, I think I have a theory. Because I think what Nintendo's doing is they're sprinkling Metroid around. They're sprinkling it. Oh yeah, we got Metroid. Here's some more Metroid. Here's a little bit of Metroid over here. Just lightly seasoned. And I think later on, either the next Direct or I think it's going to be the next Direct. They're going to do the blowout. Samus deserves a blowout. It's a brand new game. Put the Metroid fans on in the forefront.
Yeah.
I love it. I want that. And really blow it up and show us something a little bit different. Play a little bit of different music. I promise. All these third-party games that we're waving in front of people, all them other people that like games like Metroid, they're gonna come.
It seems like that's what they're trying to do, like slowly trying to do. Because like
sprinkle. You
look at Metroid Dread on the Switch sold pretty well, but I mean that was an amazing game. That was really, really good. It was so much fun. And then Metroid Prime Remastered, easily one of the best looking games on the Switch. I mean, it's incredible how good that game looks and runs on Switch hardware. I mean, they are clearly putting effort into it. Like, they need to put it out front. I agree.
Yeah.
They need to put it out front. They need to start really pushing it.
Yeah.
Girl power. I've never played Drip and Geeb don't know, but I've never played a Metroid game. So
none? Never?
Ever. So when I went to the experience, I'll be very honest, I completely forgot about Metroid. And then I ran across it and I was like, what? Metroid Prime 4 is coming out. So they let me play the demo twice because I was just in there pretending like I worked there and nobody could put me out. So yeah. But I got to play it twice and I was like, I want to try these. So I'm going to go back and play the ones on NSO and work up. It's going to be the next franchise I get into. You ready, Mike, on when we start doing questions?
Ready. Let's go. Is this
Party Like a Rockstar? Switch the play. Thank you for your question. Do we have to get the key card?
Nope. You don't have to get the key card.
Don't have to. But it is. It depends on how the game comes. It looks like so far Nintendo's own first party games, your Marios, your Zeldas, all that stuff is probably going to come on the cartridge. It looks like a lot of third party, and a lot of reason is also because of the size. The games are a little too big for the cartridge, so key card is one of the one of the cheaper. It's a way for third party to add on to Switch 2. Thank you for your question.
If you want to buy and sell your digital game, that's key card to go. If you just want to install it digitally, and
yeah.
Yeah.
Party on, Mike. From Boo Mini, thank you, Boo. Mike Odyssey, Paul Gale Network, Joy CJ. I'm sure I think she just means all of us. Any chance Zelda will be playable in the Imprisoning Wars game?
Yeah.
Like more than what we would expect. That she's always playable in Warriors games.
I think she's like the main
Everybody is.
Yeah, she's the main character. That's what they portrayed to us.
In the game, she's the main character.
Is there a Link in this, right?
Hey, that's a better question.
There's no link.
He's not in
Wait
this.
a minute. Hold on now. Who got all the shrines in Tears of the Kingdom? And then got your reward for it.
Yes.
Are you sure Link isn't gonna be there?
Is he Link or is he just
Wait, don't say it.
The
Don't say it.
mysterious man who shall not be
Is he
named.
just so that's the other question. And that's what makes the imprisoning wars so interesting.
All right, so I gotta go back to Tears of the Kingdom and get all the tracks.
Yes.
Yep,
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta get it all the tracks.
You gotta
And then
do it.
and then if you need me to, I'll explain the outfit to you.
As long as they're not Koroks, I'm good.
No, they're not Koroks. Just do the shrines, and the shrines are actually very good. Alyssa, am I saying her right? Is it Alicelia?
Alyssa.
Alicelia? Why is Tom Nook on the screen? Because this
No,
fool,
that's
not this fool.
We
Not
all
this
owe money, so like he was required.
Yeah.
to give money.
He's waiting till the end of the show to
Yeah.
get to pay up.
Yeah.
He's waiting for my check to clear that I just sent to the IRS, and
Listen, he came here before the podcast began, and he asked us for rent, and we just said, "Hey, can you wait till the end?" And he's just there waiting for us to pay him up.
like seriously, like Tom, you and I, we gonna fight after the podcast.
That's a live feed, by the way. He's just that still and stoic.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, he's just like that.
He just wants his money, and I'm like,
Doesn't even
where's
blink.
your soul?
He's
All you
trying-
care about his money.
He's trying to figure out who in the chat holds him money, so they can go to that.
Yeah, chat. Tom is looking into your souls. So
Yeah.
hide your kids, hide your wives. Alicelia, again, how much do you have to pay up front to secure pre-order from Walmart?
Basically,
Did you guys-
what happens with Walmart is that they do an authorization hold on your account. You have to have the full amount of the worth plus tax in your account. Once you place your order, that full amount will go into hold in your account for a couple of days until Walmart verifies that you have the money, right? Then after a couple of days, for us, it took about actually it released just yesterday. What day is today? It released yesterday for me from Walmart. And then it'll go back into your account. Then they will charge it again fully, like a couple of days before the item ships. So you do have to have the full money in your account. The only retailer who didn't ask you for anything pre-order, who unfortunately is being a baby and didn't do pre-orders, is Amazon. Everyone else asks you for authorization to hold. They put that money on hold. You have to have the full amount, the cost plus the tax, in your bank, and then they'll release it a couple of days later. Except if you go to GameStop in person, where you only have to put $50 down. That's it. That's the
right.
And you can go in and pay it up until from here to the 5th, or just go on launch night, the night before, like midnight, and then pay it up and things. So that's why I love GameStop. They're amazing.
Same.
If,
Yeah, that's exactly why I went there.
I wanna say too-
I got all three of those things. I gave him $60 and left. I've been going in there like every other day to see if I have some extra. I was like, here you go, here's $20. Here's $15. Here's $30.
For real.
I've been in there like 5 times. Yeah.
If you use PayPal, just a shout out to PayPal. There is an option on there to pay over time, so PayPal fronts it, and you can make interest-free payments through PayPal. That's what I did with my Best Buy order. So I'm paying PayPal like $130 installments, which is more palatable than just the
So
whole
is
thing.
it pay in 4 by PayPal? So
Yes.
basically, yeah, they do require a soft credit check on your account to make sure that you qualify, and they'll prove that. Yeah, but what Giba is talking about also, there's other companies called Zip, another one called Sezzle, that also do the pay in 4. They pay up front, whatever it is, and then you pay 4 installments with no interest, which is pretty good. And so yeah, those are good options.
Woo!
All right.
And just an FYI, been gaming since 1986. So if you want to try to get like funny, my Twitter is at DJ Joycey. Say it to my face. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to.
Who's messing with DJ Joyce today? You gotta mess with me too.
In fact, I'm not even gonna bother. You're just no longer welcome here.
All
Shout out
right.
to Boo Mini. So here we go. Boo Mini, N64 Josh turned into Tom Nook. I know that's what Mike was going for, but the truth is, this really is Tom Nook, and we totally owe him money,
He fooled me.
according to him.
I thought that was Josh, but no, he just kind of he came more to.
Josh would never. Josh loves us.
I think he's here to collect from Josh too, so that's why he's taking his spot. I think he did collect from Josh, and so
Mhm.
yeah, he's like, you know what, Josh, give me the money. I'm gonna go take your spot because I need to charge everybody else too. So that's what happened.
So we got a few more questions, but I think one of us might have to go. So I want them to say good night.
Mr. Paul Gale Network. Paul, let us know where we can you find where can we find you, and what do you got going on this week?
Let's see. I'm on YouTube and X, and on both of them, as well as some other social media platforms, I'm doing a Nintendo Switch 2 release countdown, in which tomorrow you will see me say 33 days until the release of the Nintendo Switch 2. And that usually goes up at midnight Pacific time. So that's what I've got going on. Also, today marks 14 days of my Dragon Ball Z sequel, which will be a Dragon Ball Super video. And instead of Super Saiyan, it will be Ultra Instinct. And that will be coming out later in summer, like probably July.
I'm gonna give you an idea, Paul, for a countdown. You can do it anytime you want, even the last day. Take you have an iPhone, okay? It's waterproof unto a certain degree. Go ahead, go underwater and do the countdown underwater. Do the and then just write it in text.
I like that idea.
So people can read it, like they can hear you say it, but you're underwater. But and then just put the text up. 33 days or 22 days. That's one of the spots you can say it from.
I like an underwater idea.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that will go far. They're like, what the heck is that? Underwater. That's a good one.
I mean, a small spoiler, but I do eventually plan on having the Zelda pool and the Mario pool in it. But underwater would be a very different, interesting treat. I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen now. I think it's going to happen.
All right, Paul, take care.
Bye.
Go follow Paul on his social media. You can follow him at Paul Guild Network everywhere, literally everywhere. You can also find him this summer at Indie Mania.
That's right. Oh, just because like I don't do this every day. So part of me. Wait, hold, it's my left hand. Okay.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, let me just see. Okay,
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Boom. Okay. Boom. Okay. That's just a little bit of a visual for myself, because I'm going to pause that and I'm going to see if there's any difference next week.
Yeah, you're still not.
You look amazing.
Because I'm going for it, but I don't do like a picture a day. I'm not paying attention. I'm just keeping to the diet, keeping to the exercise. But once in a while, gotta have like a little bit of a look back to like a couple of weeks earlier, like, snap, I'm starting to see the difference. Because last time I didn't do it between 11 weeks. Like I just went, 11 weeks later, that's when I paid attention. I was like, oh snap, it worked. So this time around, I'm like, I'm gonna do that, but maybe just a little bit of a moment in time I captured.
Just do it every Friday before you leave. Every Friday on the podcast before you leave, just
that'll be my check every Friday on the podcast. That's
Friday.
Every flex check, get it in.
And that way, you can kind of progress up there. Until one day, Paul shows up with blonde hair, Super Saiyan. All right, Paul. Take care, man. See you next Friday.
Paul.
Good night.
Paul.
Good night.
Take care.
All right. We got 5 more questions to go.
Shout out to Art Vandelay. Do you think a new Splatoon will launch this holiday, since Nintendo wants to showcase their new chat feature more in the launch year?
Ooh, that's a good game. That's a good game for that. Yeah. So I mean, it was. We still have the surprise. I mean, we think there's a surprise for this holiday season. Could be Splatoon.
I feel like Splatoon is a next summer type of game.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Feels like a next summer type of game to me.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
I don't see any other multiplayers unless Metroid has a multiplayer, which I don't know if it will, but I think it would only enhance it.
It's not something they have. I mean, they've done Metroid multiplayer type stuff. It's happened before. They could throw it at me. Why not? Why
I
not?
just think it would just be something different, and then it kind of brings everybody together. I just think Metroid would be a good candidate for multiplayer.
Yeah.
So, but I don't see them doing another big multiplayer game, the ones that we're used to this year.
Yeah.
I think it's still too early for Splatoon 4 because they let Splatoon get kind of boring before they really before they jump on the next one usually.
Yeah. You're right. All right. Thank you for the question.
Thank you. Oh, sorry. My bad.
You're good.
I'm tired too.
Dark
Dark Cloud. Thank you for your question. Any chance there will be another wave of pre-order happening at Walmart soon?
All right, Walmart, no. So far, no, because right now they've already changed their on their website. They changed their whole wording to indicate that there are no more pre-orders on their end, and they've all updated to mention that check back on launch day. They went through all the pre-orders, all the kickbacks from declined cards. They eliminated a whole bunch of bots. They opened I think 2 waves of pre-orders. They did a really good job in that area. I think they're done. You can kind of expect you can call at least 3 to 4 GameStops around you because there's a likely there could be 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 in stock. Not in stock, but pre-orders. And be on the lookout for GameStop. Be on the lookout for Target and Best Buy because they're doing the same thing Walmart did. They just haven't released their waves yet. Follow Jake Randall on Twitter for that and Lbot. Okay, Jake Randall and Lbot. They are very two amazing friends of the channel, and of course, credible sources to be up to date on when the following waves will come for the following for the next store. So make sure Jake Randall and Lbot. Jake Randall follows Lbot, so you probably see him share. That way you can kind of follow them both at the same time.
Woo! What Mike said. I'm sorry, I was trying to hunt for something because I thought it's either you or Jake that said something else, but I'll find it later. And Pokemon Fan 33, thank you, sweetie, for your question. Also, do you guys think Animal Crossing, a new one, will come out this year or next year?
Yes, I'm not even going to deny it. It's going to come out next year or this year. I'm willing it into existence. It needs to come out. It's the number 2 most sold game on Nintendo Switch. Has a massive following. The cozy community has quadrupled its size in 2020 to now, and I think it's the best time, like for not maybe launch title, not launch window, but maybe the following year.
I think I know we would kind of made predictions of this, but I wouldn't be surprised since that was 2020. When was the Animal Crossing before? What year was that? I'm terrible with years.
Oh man, I just talked about this the other day. I can't remember now, but it is time. It's time.
Animal Crossing.
So, what was the Animal Crossing?
New Leaf
what year?
was
3DS.
the actual main line. Whatever the years are, it's time. If you go by that, it's time.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I think Animal Crossing announced this year, release next year.
Oh, awesome! That'd be awesome. That'd be crazy.
I think I'm with that, Joycey.
That would be insane.
I think they're gonna wait on Animal Crossing.
Ooh, okay.
I think they're gonna do with Animal Crossing what they did with Link's Awakening with the Switch Lite, and drop the new Animal Crossing with the Lite too. I think that's gonna be what they try to do, is try to push the Lite and try to wait about halfway through, and then drop an Animal Crossing right there with it, and just boom to the moon.
That
Yeah.
makes sense too.
Look, they did release an Animal Crossing Switch. That's how big the franchise is.
The
So
lights, yeah, the 2 lights. Was it 2? Two
yeah,
of them.
it was 1 base model and then 2 lights.
The 2 lights at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing. I don't know. Maybe.
Somebody clip all that so we can see if we were right in a few months. Flynn Dockery, forget the game. Has anybody heard anything about the performance of the Nintendo eShop on the Switch 2? Yes.
Listen.
It's a miracle.
Listen, I've been talking about this since I came back from my experience because I specifically told one of the developers, hey, tell me about the eShop. Tell me about the UI. How does it work? How does it look? He was the one who told me there was no themes, just the dark and the light. He told me the eShop is now an app that works a lot better instead of a web browser like it was on the Switch where it had to load. And you know, so I'm like, hey, guess what, guys? The eShop is better. eShop is a whole lot better. Yeah, the UI is and the layout is similar because it's still a Switch. It's been updated with a little facelift to look a little prettier, colors and sounds, and it's a whole lot better. So I'm happy. It's awesome. And it also has a suggestions area, like a little suggestions area, or like, you know, maybe it has like a little AI involved that kind of follows what you like and trend, and then kind of suggests more things. Oh,
and Drippy, we don't want to dominate the conversation. Please jump in at any moment. But I was gonna say my personal big thing, and I've been saying this for how long? Probably as long as Mike has. I hated how slow the eShop was because I like to scroll. I like to shop.
yeah.
That's how I found so many gems that I have talked about on here. That is one of the best ways to find gems, if like little gems games.
Yeah.
If they don't give you the whole tracker, and this is what, because you like Zelda, you might like blah. But
Yeah.
They don't do that. I never.
Yeah, the eShop is the most miserable experience in gaming. It is.
Yeah.
It is bad. And you know what's crazy? It got worse. I mean, I know why, but it got worse over time, because in 2017, it wasn't nearly as bad as it is now. The more they kept adding to it, it just got slower and slower and slower and slower. You know, it got to a point, I'm all digital. All my games are digital. So, you know, if I'm buying something, it's got to go in there. I've stopped going in there completely. I go to my desktop and get on their website, and I buy the game through their website, and then it just starts downloading on my. I don't go in there. I do not go in there unless I absolutely have to. It's like that weird house at the end of the street. You don't go in there. Don't mess around.
Like
Just
your cool uncle's
stay on
basement.
the sidewalk, look down, keep moving. That's it. I don't go in there.
I worked for Apple. I worked for Apple for 10 years, right? Apple corporate. My job was to maintain the App Store. Okay, so the entire back end of the App Store, fixing codes and fixing issues. I can't even begin to imagine the spider webs and the all the goop you can find in the back of the App Store.
They have Luigi in there with, you know, just.
You know how, have you seen Kitchen Nightmares from Gordon Ramsay when he goes into one of those restaurants and he goes in the back? What is this? This chicken mixed with the. I'm pretty sure that's the App Store right now. Horrible. All right, next question.
Next question. Shout out to you, Pokemon Fan 33. Do you guys think Yoshi Wally World will be coming to Switch 1 and 2?
Please.
I think
Please
one.
make it so. I love that game. I love Woolly World.
Yeah, there was some weird thing with that where it was like in the it was in the other direct, one of the other directs in the background. Like
Yeah, it was like
Woolly World was there.
The European directs had the artwork for Woolly World, but the North American one,
It was instead
had
of the Crafted World, they had the wrong artwork, and people picked up on that. That is weird. It's very strange, but that could just be a mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at this point, if Nintendo has a game that's not ported to the Switch 1 or 2, I feel like you should probably just expect it to come at some point. They port everything. They ported an entire library to the Switch. An entire library. Except for what? 2 games? The 2 I wanted? That's fine. Not a big deal. I'm not upset about that at all.
Nintendo just cares so little about certain things. Not only will they port an entire library, they will port the library, put it on NSO, then do a remake on the same system and make you buy it.
Yeah, for full price.
Link's Awakening. I'm like,
I love Link's Awakening.
NSO.
It was good.
But it's so pretty.
Yeah, it is. I really like the art style. It was really
I actually played Link's Awakening for the first time with the remake. I looked at Link's Awakening, the old one, I'm like, nah. The remake is beautiful. It's awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
No, it's extremely beautiful, but Nintendo will do that. Now.
They did
Go ahead.
They do it again with Wind Waker.
They did it again. And y'all, okay, real quick. Okay, sidebar. Sorry, y'all. Side quest.
Sidebar.
Real quick. Did any of y'all play any of the GameCube games when you were at the experience?
I looked at him, but I didn't play.
I
Him.
did. No, I stood behind some people and watched, but I didn't play him.
Yeah, me too. That's what I did.
The reason I'm asking is because is it me? Because of course I go to the GameCube part at the Switch 2 experience to play Wind Waker.
Mhm.
Because that makes sense. I was like, it's almost looks like, and this is just my personal opinion, but it almost looks like the background is still N64, but Link and the characters are HD.
It's a weird hybrid upscaling thing that they've done. I noticed it's weird too, and I noticed
Okay.
even on like the direct watching it, I was like watching it back. I was like, "Is this game having frame rate issues right now?" It looks.
Listen,
It's weird. I can't put my finger on what it is, but something is off. I know what you're saying. Something's off. I don't know what it is.
I can explain exactly what it is. Okay,
Please.
it's what is happening there. It's Nintendo's version because the patent came out from it, right? We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. The AI patent or AI upscaling for Nintendo, it breaks down the game in real time and it generates new pixels to make it to rise it up to a high resolution. I'm guessing that what they showed us was an earlier version of the AI working, and they thought it was good enough to just kind of show it on the
That may
direct.
be it. That makes sense. That may be it. Something's off. If you go back and watch it, it's like,
It's like Link is like
Something-
cut and paste.
yeah,
But
it's,
No, it looks like Link is walking on. He's walking on the ground, but he's walking on top of the ground.
yeah,
Like it's almost like they cut.
like
and
he's
pasted different
disconnected
Link.
from the rest of the things in the
From
world.
Mario, paper.
Yeah,
Actually, that's perfect. It low key looked like Paper Link, but in N64 Wind Waker's 3D world. It's very odd looking. So yeah, Nintendo, go ahead and just remake Wind Waker again. Just do that, and put it on Switch 2, and we'll just buy it.
Please.
Call it.
Boo,
Please.
super chat.
My money.
Oh,
Boo-
shout out to Boo Mini. Thank you for the $2. And she says, "Oh, Ocarina of Time remake teaser trailer in 2025 or 2026." Boo Mini wants this so bad, y'all. Have no
that was
idea.
my prediction for the Switch 2
Yeah,
direct.
Oh, it's a good
Like,
one.
There's gonna be an Ocarina of Time remake. This is it. This is gonna be the Zelda game for the year. I mean, I was wrong about that, but I'm on that train. Let's do that.
I'm on the train for teaser this year for next year. That would be too big of a game for this year because we already have big games this year.
Yeah, I don't. Next year, yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
It's a long life cycle. Don't forget. I mean,
Yeah.
not-
But
not
they
everything's
went
not
hard in the
next
first
year.
2 years of the Switch. I feel like they're gonna
They
do
did.
this
Yeah,
thing
they
again.
did. They did.
They went so hard.
Especially, yeah. The other thing I was going to say is because the reason I could see Ocarina of Time making sense, at least if not this year or next year, to be a little bit more specific. Ocarina of Time, y'all got to remember that's the goated game. That's a game that people who hate Nintendo like Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
It's one of those games. It transcends.
Oh, yeah,
console wars.
yeah.
It's beautiful.
And it changed everything. I mean, that was the game. That was the game.
It's the game. It's almost like, are you really a gamer if you haven't played Ocarina of Time? No, I'm kidding. I don't mean that part. But seriously, it's just a go-to game. And if it's remade, well, and if they put extra in it and they give us more lore, give us more side quests, throw in. I want a real light dungeon this time. Don't get me a medallion for free. I'm telling you, the Switch 2, that's when we're gonna have stock issues because we're not gonna be able to keep that on.
Oh
shelf.
yeah. Well, I
Love
mean,
That-
even just the stuff
that's
you
a
see
system
online,
setup.
like the Unreal Engine stuff that they've remade, and all the, like, it's insane. And I know Nintendo will not go that far. They won't.
No.
I wish they would. They won't. But that thing it'll still run, 1080, 120 frames per second. Can you imagine Ocarina of Time? Just 1080, 120 frames per second.
I can.
I don't even care about
I
4K. Just
may or
give
may
me-
not
give
have
me
it on my hard
120.
drive right now.
Yeah, I mean,
How
could
I-
you imagine?
Okay.
And I mean, dear Nintendo, go all the way back to the back with it. Go in deep in the back closet for that. I want Euro Zelda or whatever the heck that crap was. Whatever the extra pack was. Where is the Tetra Force? Okay, like seriously, Nintendo, that's gonna be a system seller, and I guarantee you, sell it for $80. Nobody gonna say anything.
Oh, everyone will say everything, but we won't care. We're just gonna.
We'll all
No.
be very, very. We'll have lots to
No,
say
they
about
won't.
it.
Zelda gets a pass. Zelda's always gets a pass because we raised the stink about Tears of the Kingdom when it went up to 70, and guess what? It still sold 20 million. It doesn't have to do 30. They know they can at least get 20 million.
Well, the thing about that one is that I was like, okay, whatever. Other games are 70. I wasn't like stressing it too much. But what really got me was like, wow, you completely hid the fact that there's an entire another map under the one we had. You didn't say a word about that.
Right?
Nothing.
And then, like, okay, yeah. I'm like, yeah, you take my extra $10 for that. That's worth it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, not my favorite place to be, but the fact that it's there, amazing. And they didn't say anything.
I'm hoping the same is the same case for Mario Kart World.
Yeah.
Like they're showing us just Mushroom Kingdom. That's it. And all of a sudden we find out there's Hyrule, the entire map, and then we also go on the other side of the world and there's Metroid, the entire planet or whatever. No planet. Planet.
I
like
hope so.
That's big. That would be huge. That would be crazy. That seems like it's worth at least another $20 or $30.
Yeah.
Each land.
All right. Are we done? Are we done? Are we going to okay, one more?
Got last one. From BXP Nintendo, thank you for your question. Mike, do you think that GameStop will get a second wave of pre-orders or anywhere else?
Yep, I can't say yes or no. There's a possibility that they will because they're doing the same thing as Walmart. Right now, they're going through all the pre-orders. They're making lists of all the declines because there were declines for the credit cards or people who bought 2 Switches. They got greedy. They're gonna cancel those out. And so once they're done with all that inventory, they'll release another wave. Like I told the other person, forgot who made the question. Sorry. Follow Jake Randall on X and Elbot. They are very, very, very good people to follow when it comes to getting alerts on pre-orders and restocks. Just make sure you turn on that little bell or that little alert thingy on X. That way you get notified right away and you can jump right on it. But yes, there should be another wave, at least for GameStop, Best Buy, not Walmart. What's the other one? Best Buy, Walmart, GameStop,
Target.
Yeah, Target was the worst, but yeah. Yeah. That's the whole thing, the thing. That's it.
And that is our last doohickey.
All right, guys, friends. Let me go ahead and turn this music off here, the elevator music in the background. Get it here, and it's off. Thank you so much for being here with us. Before we let you go, we got to go ahead and introduce the all-star cast that joined us today. The entire cast of the Drip and Gee podcast was here with us today. I want to go ahead and start with Drip. Where can we find you? What you got going on this week?
YouTube.com/Drip Media Gaming. I just put a video out today about all the game sharing stuff.
Ooh, awesome.
Woohoo!
That's
I
awesome.
don't know what's coming next. No clue. We'll figure that out next week.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So go ahead and follow Drip at Drip Media, Drip Gaming.
Drip Media Gaming.
Awesome. All right. Then the uncle downstairs in the basement. I think he's picking up. What is he? What are you doing in the basement? What's the deal down there?
Yelling at a microphone. That's what I do.
So what do you got going on? Where can we find you?
You can find me on every social media at Uncle Jeeb. You can find me every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube at youtube.com/DripandJeeb. We do a podcast. It's very fun. I also edit for Drip. Fun fact, I edit for Drip. So you can watch my edited content over on Drip Media Gaming over there. Go watch this channel. It's a good one.
That's awesome. And for those listening, it's Uncle Jeeb, Geeb. So not Uncle G, because you might hear Uncle G like in the audio, but it's Geeb. So go ahead and follow them. And you can follow them together on the Drip and Jeeb podcast. When is that? When does that air?
Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Is that live or pre-recorded?
Live.
I dropped the link.
There you go.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Joycey, for that. Appreciate it. All right, Joycey, what do you got going on? Where can we find you?
So I am DJ Joycey. I am Zelda's mama because I put Peach out back on the streets where she belongs. And I'm just a crazy old lady who loves video games. You can follow me on Twitter because I refuse to call it anything else at DJ Joycey, especially if you want to say it to my face. There you go.
All right. Thank you, Joycey. Also, Paul was here just a little bit ago. Paul Gold Network everywhere. Also, Josh wasn't here with us today, but N64 Josh on his website, on X, on Twitter, and also I think he's still on MySpace. So go find him over there too. And maybe you can find me here every day, Monday to Friday here at the Odyssey, and also at the Entire Podcast. Then, of course, this summer we are doing Indie Mania one more time. We are in the middle of curating one of the best trailers, like showcases we've seen so far in the indie game genre, and we'll be on IGN this summer. So make sure to subscribe to this channel so you get up to date for that. What else we got going on? I promise, guys, I'm gonna live stream more. I know that you guys want me to live stream a little more. I'll live stream more. I'll try to add an hour. I'll keep my eye drops next to me and like 3 cups of coffees, and I'll live stream just an extra hour for everyone. And the tournaments that we have also at the end of the month, those also coming back. Hopefully with Switch 2 we'll do the knockout tournament with 24 players. It'll be insane. We'll have Drip and Jeep over, and we'll just race and with Joycey and Paul.
Yes.
And we'll do
we're down. We're down.
We'll do because we have a podcast where we play games against each other. Right? I think we only done like once or twice. But next time we'll do it.
We've only been able to do one so far. Yeah. Then Switch 2 just messed up our whole plan.
yeah, it did. So
in a good way.
Once Mario Kart World gets over, we'll start that again, and it'll be awesome. It's gonna be crazy.
Sounds good.
All right, friends. Before we let you go, we got 2 things we gotta let you know. Listen, this is important. Number 1.
Very.
What is it, Jeep?
I don't remember, but it's about being good to people and being positive.
And yeah, that's in the line of that. Never give up. Don't give up. Don't do it.
That. Don't do that because we need you.
Yeah, you never know if you're pushing. You're pushing all the way today. You never know if tomorrow's that day where what you've been waiting for comes to pass, and you just gave up a day before. Really? So don't give up. Keep going. Keep going. You got this. And number 2, Joycey.
Journey on.
Journey on, guys.
I'm feeling happy.
Hi, guys.
I feel like dancing.
Let me go ahead and try to find the outro here because
I didn't break out the fan today, I don't think.
Give us some emojis in the chat. Some emojis in the chat.
We're still waving. We're still waving. Because I'm looking for that